Welcome to the Happy Sleeper. Tonight's journey is a peaceful, sleepy story. A slow wander through the woodlands and forests of Wales, designed to help you unwind, settle your thoughts, and gently drift off to sleep. So, find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and let the forest guide you towards deep, restful sleep. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe to the Happy Sleeper for more calming journeys just like this one. Now, let's begin. The forest begins at the edge of your thoughts. Just there, behind the last noise of the day, behind the final light, is the wood. It waits for you, calm, unchanging. And when you are ready, you step inside. The trees are quiet here. Tall trunks rise in soft rows, their bark cool and rough. Above, the leaves sway gently, catching the last gold of dusk. Each footstep is muffled by moss. The air smells of bark, earth, and something older. A memory you can't quite name. You've entered the woods, and already you're slowing down. These are Welsh woods, ancient, familiar, alive. Some have stood since before castles rose, before roads carved the hills. Forests like Coed y Brenin, Bethgelert, and the mighty trees of the Elan Valley. They've seen generations pass. Here in the forest, time stretches like a fallen log, soft with lichen, steady and slow. Listen. A single bird calls, then silence. Just the hush of branches breathing. You begin to walk. Not quickly. There's no rush here. Just a path ahead, winding gently into green shadow. The trees don't mind your presence. They've waited through centuries. They'll wait for you. And so you walk, and the forest welcomes you deeper. Let your thoughts wander now, like leaves drifting down. No need to hold on to anything. Just float. You're safe here. You're home. Now, you come to a grove of oaks. Broad trees with gnarled branches, their roots curling deep into the earth. These are storytellers of the forest. Each one has stood for hundreds of years. Their trunks bear scars from lightning, frost, and gentle growth of time. Some lean slightly. Others reach straight into the sky, but all are strong. In Welsh, the word for oak is Deru. The druids of old held the oak sacred. And even now, standing among them, you feel something ancient stirring. Beneath these trees, poets once recited verses, warriors once rested, children once hid treasures in hollow trunks. And now, you are here. The air feels thick with memory, but not heavy. It's comforting, like a blanket woven from time. You find a place to sit. The moss is soft. The tree beside you seems to lean closer, offering its shade. You close your eyes and listen. There's no need to think. The trees are doing that for you. You rise again and wander deeper. The path is softer now. It leads through a low hollow where the forest floor grows thick with life. Mosses, lichens, and ferns blanket the ground like green mist. Everything here is hushed. The kind of quiet that fills you up. The kind that listens back. Ferns unfurl like slow thoughts. Their spiral tips stretch towards the filtered light, ancient and gentle. There are mushrooms too, tiny red-capped ones, soft white clusters, golden shelves on oak tree trunks. Each step you take stirs up a breath of scent. Damp soil, sweet decay, living wood. You kneel for a moment, brushing your fingers over the moss. It springs back, slowly. The forest is breathing, and so are you. In, out, soft, slow. Here, beneath the canopy, you feel held. The trees above, the earth below, both cradle you. You lie down for a moment, maybe more than a moment. The ground is not cold, it's calm. Let your mind sink like a root. Let your thoughts grow quiet. There is nothing to do. Just rest. Somewhere deeper in the forest, something moves. Not loud, not sudden, just the quiet rustle of life. You may not see them, but they're here. The small deer, stepping carefully between trunks. The badger, dozing through the leaves. A hedgehog, curled in sleep beneath a bramble. Birdsong threads through the trees. A robin, a blackbird. The high call of a red kite above. Each sound echoes, then melts into stillness. In a clearing, you pause, and there, a fox, still as a statue, golden red in the fading light. You meet eyes for a breath, then it turns, vanishes silently into the undergrowth. Not gone, just part of the woods again. The wild ones are never far. They walk beside you, unseen. They know these paths better than any map. You are a guest here, but you are welcome. Keep walking, keep listening. Let the forest show you what it wants to show you. Eventually, the forest thins, and you hear a new sound, soft and distant, a hush and pull, a rhythmic breath, the sea. Some Welsh woodlands grow close to the coast, where salt winds meet pine, where sand creeps into roots. Places like Newborough Forest on Anglesey, where red squirrels dart through Corsican pines, where the trees hold the dunes in place and whisper with ocean air. You walk through these trees now. Their needles shift gently overhead. The ground is sandy underfoot, and beyond the trees, silver light. You step out onto the shore. The sea stretches wide. A heron lifts into the sky. The waves move like breath. The forest behind you leans towards the water, its branches swaying, as if reaching. You sit in the space between, where the forest becomes shore, where land becomes dream. The wind here speaks both languages, and you listen with your eyes closed. Let the tide wash through your thoughts. Let the trees steady your heart. Let it all slow down. We leave the coast now, heading inland, away from the sea breeze and salt air. What greets us next is gentle, flowing. It is the sound of water, the pull of rivers. In Wales, rivers are as old as the land, and where rivers go, trees grow. These are the riverside woodlands, thin, winding bands of green that follow the flow of brooks, streams, and mighty rivers like the Usk, the Conwy, and the Wye. Imagine walking beside such a river now. The path is narrow, sometimes muddy, but ahead, the canopy of older trees lean over the water, their leaves just brushing the surface. Alders love to grow beside rivers. Their roots hold the banks steady, preventing erosion. Their cones feed birds, and their wood, when soaked in water, grows stronger, not weaker. They are the guardians of the edge. Trees made for patience and listening. You might also see the willow here, long-limbed, always trailing into water. Their branches dip and sway with the current, like fingers painting on a flowing canvas. Or sycamores, their broad leaves dappling the path in light and shadow. On still days, the river reflects everything. Branches double in the water. The sky appears beneath your feet, and you feel as if you're walking not through woodland, but through a dream. These river forests are often narrow, but long. They connect one place to another, like threads stitching the land together. They are paths, but not just for people. As you sit beside the water now, let your breath follow its rhythm, flowing in and out. We are climbing now. Gently, slowly, the path rises. The trees thin out. The air grows clearer. And now we are in the uplands. These are the moors, the heaths, the high ground, where the forest of old once stretched wide. And now return slowly through time and care. You may notice there are fewer trees here. Long ago, most of these uplands were covered in ancient forest. Oak and pine, rowan and burt. But over the centuries, the trees were cleared, and what remains are grassy hillsides, purple with heather, or open peatlands, dark sheltered hollows, in winding gullies, small forests hold on. Bent birch trees, silvery and slight, juniper and rowan growing close to the rocks, and occasionally the strong, straight line of a lone Scots pine. In places like Esgia Pimlumen and the Cambrian Mountains, rewilding projects are planting native trees, letting them grow back where they once stood proud. The moss grows thick in these upland places. The lichen on the bark tells you the air is clean. You rest on soft peat, wrapped in heather. The few trees near you keep watch. Let the wide sky above hold you. Let your breathing match the wind. Even here, on high, rocky ground, roots are finding soil. Forests are returning. The forest has no single shape. It has no single sound. It is made of many voices, many lives, layered softly together. And now you carry those layers with you. The broad oaks of the valley, the wind-swept pines on the uplands, the alder that drinks from the river, the hazel that hums by the sea. They all rest in you now. Wherever you are not far from a tree. Maybe it's outside your window. Maybe it's one you remember from childhood. Maybe it's simply the memory of walking in woods. That cool scent of bark and earth. That hush beneath the leaves. Because trees don't just live in forests. They live in us. Forests don't rush. They don't judge. They don't need us to speak. They simply offer space to breathe, to feel, to soften. Let your thoughts fall like leaves. No effort, just drifting down. Sleep comes quietly, the way trees grow, the way moss spreads, the way stars rise. There is a forest inside you, full of memories, of softness, of peace. It is always there, even when you forget it. especially,